Take a seat, man. What's up, man? All right. So. Oh, yeah, of course. Yeah, I'll come over here. All right. Yeah, you're good there, man. I think. Oh, you're good. Player cam. Okay. Yeah. Interview cam. All right. Cool. So I'm here. Presley, Weruop?
What's up?
Crazy run today, man.
Thank you.
I feel like after you lost that winner set, you just were you mad or you just like it seemed like something changed. You just started going off on people. Your punish game went to another level.
Thanks, Ben. I don't really think it was from the loss. Who did I lose to the first time? Tysa?
Tysa,
Yeah, I don't know what it was. Tysa's the only person that... Well, Tysa took me out in winners and losers today. So, I mean, other than him, I did pretty well against everybody for the most part.
Beat Shiny twice.
But, yeah, for the most part, I feel like it was just the fact that... Shoot, I don't even know. I felt like I just adapted a lot better. I felt like I was using my forward air and back air a little bit better. Needles were still a little irritating, and I started adapting to those a lot better as it went on.
Yeah, because that's probably really hard for a character like Bowser Jr.
It's tough. It's like you can't. You pretty much gotta shield him, and that's it. You can try to absorb him with like short hop side B and get the bottom of the cart to absorb the needles sometimes. But he's smart enough to where he'll just shield if he sees me do that. And it's tough, but I had to just really play the stages. Get the stages that I wanted, get the right bands, because sometimes all it takes is just one bad stage or one really good stage to throw the momentum. But I felt like all the stages we played on were pretty good too.
Yeah, I feel like there were a lot of momentum swings in a lot of your sets, especially in the top four.
Totally.
And B, you had you were talking about your adaptions. You seem to. My biggest problem. I don't want to put this. Like, you seem to get a read on characters a lot quicker than they could get a read on you, and I know that's probably partially because you play a character that's a lot less seen, so you probably have a lot more matchup against like Cheeks than Cheeks do against Bowser Jr. But you seem to you get a read on people so quickly, and it puts them in a disadvantaged state, which is really cool to see.
They gotta put this on their head.
Thanks, man.
Yeah. I don't know. I guess I don't have a question for that. I'm just talking out loud at this point.
Okay. I don't know. It can be tough getting reads, I feel like, with Bowser Jr. at times, just because he does have like a couple tools that do hold him back. But I feel like if you know how to,
it's me.
Well, about half the matchups, personally, I feel like about half the matchups for Bowser Jr., like side B will help a lot, especially if you have big enough stage. Because like you could probably see like me crossing him up, coming back on stage, and just going all the way to the other side of the stage. Yeah. On smaller stages, if you try to do that, you don't have enough stage to drive down to then jump and be safe. So pulling Tysa to the edge of the stage and then crossing him up, going to the other side of the stage is really useful.
Yeah, I definitely noticed a lot of that. A lot of you using your side B, like a lot of the times you would, recover low and use your side B to make some of that way, and then the second they try to come out with you, you would just go back to stage and take stage position immediately, and that was really important.
Yeah.
And your conversions were so on point.
So clean.
Thank you.
Yeah, even if you were in disadvantaged state and down for a good 2 minutes, it just takes that one up to back air.
Yeah, it does.
So yeah, your conversions were on point. You played really well today, man. That was awesome to see.
Cool. Thank you.
All of your shiny, specifically in shiny, both the sets, because I know the first one wasn't streamed, but you guys' sets are amazing.
Thanks, man.
Those
Yeah.
are so fun to watch.
That was my more tournaments. If I get the chance, I have at my new job. I have Sundays off, and I live in Pullman instead of Tri-Cities, so I'm a bit closer.
Yeah.
It's nice.
Yeah.
It's nice.
Shit, what was I saying?
Sorry,
Yeah.
it's okay. This is a team interview.
Team interview.
Keith, you got any questions, man?
Yeah, I mean, so many questions.
Go.
Well, okay, I'm fascinated, like,
Green.
because when we're joking around about the Koopaling counter picks. Is there something mental that does go on where you're like, hey, I'm gonna pick Roy for this, or hey, I'm gonna switch it up to Iggy? Does it just kind of like refresh you mid-set?
It's kind of like just for fun, and it helps me like take my mind off it. It's not like I don't have to sit there and think after a loss, oh shit, like I'm going Bowser Jr. again. Like what am I supposed to do? It's like if I hear people over here talking about like Wendy, it like brings you back to real life for a second. You're like, you're really just here for the fun, and I'm like, hey, let's switch up the scan, and it's just It's kind of to keep myself sane a tiny bit, I guess. But I like playing for you guys too, and if you guys want to see a certain skin, I don't mind picking him. Like,
Yeah.
We were talking about
Lenny
it today.
boys!
You seem like you're having a lot of fun
Yeah.
today, which
Lenny
is.
boys!
and I promised him Wendy, so like I'd go Wendy. I heard
My heart.
shit to talk about more.
Day in my life.
Okay, all right, but you gotta level with us. Which one is your favorite Koopaling?
My favorite,
Ooh.
No barriers.
it's Lemmy.
Lemmy? Dude, that's a good choice. I like Lemmy.
I just like his hair. His voice is really good in this game. A lot of them like have different voice animation stuff. Like when Iggy side B's, he'll like do that like that laugh a lot, and then whereas certain other characters will have other sounds that will come up more or be more prominent to whoever you're playing against. Like they'll hear it.
Absolutely.
So like sometimes if I want to like do a couple more side B fake outs, I'll go as Iggy because if their eye isn't on me, well that's fine. If they hear Iggy's laugh, they know I might be coming and they'll jump. It's a bait.
Oh,
That's really
And then I'll just come back down with the fastball, dash
Never
up.
thought of that.
Yeah, but that just comes, and I wanted to talk about that too, like, because you're a character loyalist, I think it's safe to say at this point. And I don't know where I was going with that. I don't get paid to ask questions or anything, but that was a bad joke. That was such a dad joke. No, but I mean, I think it speaks to, you can be a character loyalist regardless of where that character shows up on a tier list and still be successful. And I think a lot of people do kind of get discouraged and like, oh, I'm just going to pick up, Bayo or whatever.
Yeah, there's so many people which there's nothing wrong with it.
No,
but
I agree.
Compared to Brawl, there's a lot more people opting for secondaries in this game. And I mean, I get it, like, I totally get it, but it does make you think, like, okay, are all these people with worser characters, are those characters really holding them back, or did they just like get bored of that character and they just wanted somebody a little easier? There's a lot of like gray lines. I was talking with somebody earlier about like, I don't remember. I was talking with Dr. Wah about some player, like just national players that like, will opt for a better character because their secondaries can't hang. And it makes it kind of hard. It makes it hard to understand tier lists because, and that being said, a lot of people are giving up on their worst characters. If you have less people playing that character, it doesn't necessarily mean that they're a lot worse. It just means, yeah, they're suffering naturally like that. But if you dedicate yourself and you want to learn the ins and outs of that character, I think most characters, for the most part, have a lot of tricks against most characters.
They can be underdeveloped. The game's still very, very fresh.
When we were commentating earlier, Taz kind of called me out of this, but I said that you were a savant of this game, and I didn't mean that in like some kind of like
A negative
weird,
way.
Yeah, in a negative way at all. I mean
what?
in like a negative
Savant.
way, a savant. It's like like somebody.
It's like low-key genius.
Like you think about the game in a very interesting way.
Like a natural, like it just comes naturally to you to be like very intellectual about the
You
game.
can
it
tell
feels
by the
like.
way the type of reads that you make and the way that you play the game. It might be partially to your character, but you can tell you've been playing the Smash in general for a long time.
Fucking half my life, at least.
Yeah, exactly.
wow.
I know how long. Yeah, I know you've been playing a long time. We talked about it a little bit.
Yeah.
But I know you've been playing this game, and it shows through your play. You can
man.
tell people who have been playing this game for a long time because Smash just has this just certain kind of intricate
less of it-
gameplay devices that you can tell, and
They
the way
never
you
have
make
habits
reads,
that
you
you
can
can
tell
predict.
people are going to do things before they do them. And so it's really interesting to see. And so I called you Savant. Taz kind of called me out about that. But I think So
That's nice.
like, do you see yourself playing this game for a long time? Like a long time from now? Like, you said you've been playing like at least over half your life.
I do. Like, and if the Switch version comes out, I'll probably just switch to that. I'd like to stick with Junior if I can. If other characters are fun too, then probably use them too. I have a couple secondaries in this game. I'm just not as confident with them.
That's awesome. And
But, yeah.
good. It's nice to see somebody who really enjoys playing the game and also playing at the top level
Yeah, it's great to
simultaneously.
see, yeah.
It's fun to see.
Because you almost see that a lot, like where it's like, okay, well, I want to be like competitive and perform at a top level, and you almost lose that passion and that like fun factor. You have to like sacrifice it so you can get to that level.
You do. Some people think you have to, or some people just like condition themselves into being that way.
Yeah.
Like in the Brawl days, like I did pretty good for the most part, but I would get like way more upset when I lost than I do now playing this game. But it's a lot of things. Like my city that I lived in when I played Brawl didn't have a community at all.
Really?
So all I did was play Wi-Fi. I was just like Wi-Fi warrior, and then I just started attending tournaments and doing okay. But once like I like recently moved from Tri-Cities area, and it makes me like okay, so Brawl had no community, right?
Right.
Smash 4, Tri-Cities had like a pretty good sized community, and some of the kids that were like, when I was 14 and they were 10, were still playing Smash Wii U when it came out. They're like 18 now. That used to be 10 that I used to practice with. But Tri-Cities overall went from having one player to about 30, and I would practice with all those local kids, and they're all pretty good. Especially a few of them.
Oh yeah, you guys come through like in a very real way every time you make a presence in a tournament.
But pretty much what I want to say is like Brawl, like I didn't have like a lot of people to practice with offline, which sucks. So I'd have to get my matchup knowledge. But Eastern Washington and Western Washington both kind of took me in as their own. But then like I kind of stopped Brawl for a while. But then like you miss the community, and then I got my own Smash 4 community in Tri-Cities. I never had a Brawl community before, so that was like super different. And now I moved to Pullman, and now a bunch of Tri-Cities Smashers came here that I used to practice with, and now they're competing against me, and like I'm teaming with Momo from the new city I live in, and it makes you appreciate your communities a lot more, and it makes you just appreciate like the fun that you have for the game, because that's really all it's about. And like you can get really upset when you lose or get gimped or something dumb, but like I don't know, it's about so much more than that. And like as long as you stay level-headed, I feel like you won't psych yourself out, and you'll look for more options, and you'll try to be more clever. And it's like if I gave you a bunch of like blueberries and said paint with these, paint something amazing that you want to sell for $1,000, it's gonna force you to make that look amazing.
Right.
And sometimes I feel like if people just deal with their worse or lesser characters more often and just like look for different methods to get in, like I feel like they're there most of the time. I don't know.
That's really cool. I have one more question, and then I'm gonna start helping put stuff away. Where do I get a pair of those shorts, man? I've been looking at those all day, and
for real.
I want those on my body.
Where did I
more
get
than anything.
these?
Where did you get those shorts? Because those were amazing.
These were a gift.
Oh,
These were a gift. I can find out for you, but
that is
It's all good. The mystery is better.
you can probably find them.
Preston, great job today, man.
Thank you.
good stuff today, man. Good stuff.
Alright, stream. Thanks for tuning in.
Yeah.
Thanks for tuning
Absolutely.
in to the Middle Grounds. I don't know which one it is.
Middle ground 8.
Middle Ground 8.